Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Titanfall. I haven't posted Titanfall to my channel in months, many months, and it's because I haven't been playing Titanfall. I haven't played Titanfall in many months. Today I thought I would go back to Titanfall. I would revisit Titanfall, see how things have changed, because they've had like 4 DLC packs that have come out in the time since I last played. You know, a lot of updates have happened. It took a while to actually update the game today, and so what I figured I would do is I would, go through and show you guys some of the things that have actually changed to the game, as well as show you some gameplay that I got today. I played for about an hour. And I gotta say, it's pretty much the same Titanfall. You know, they upgraded a few things, but they didn't actually do anything besides, like, add maps. They added some cosmetic stuff, they didn't add any guns to the game, which was the primary concern a lot of people had, myself included, was the sheer lack of variety in the guns. So, let's show you guys some stuff here we have at the main menu. We go down here, we have a new thing called the Black Market, which is pretty interesting. A whole new currency, in fact, called credits. So you can get these burn card packs, you can get Titan insignias, or you can get some daily deals where every day these are updated. And you can buy like different kinds of burn cards based upon the amount of credits that you have. See, I have 13,550 credits, and that's just from playing the game. You can do different kinds of stuff. There are actually like different kinds of daily quests and challenges and stuff like that. You go up here to your dailies, it'll show you like, oh, go and do these, and we'll reward you with like 500 credits. So you can use those credits, as well as you get credits for ending the game. And you can buy stuff on the black market here, like you can buy all these different kinds of Titan insignias, or you can buy just burn card packs. Like if I had 50,000, for example, I could buy the premium pack, which is going to come with a bunch of rare Titan burn cards, and that could be nice. You know, that's one of the little things they added, which is kind of neat. To go up here into the pilot loadouts, they finally changed around a few things. So this is attrition. I think you have like a custom select. They're adding more custom class spots just based upon your game mode. So I go to cycle game mode here, capture the flag, last Titan standing. And apparently I don't have these unlocked. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe because I don't have the DLC that has those game modes. Maybe that's it. But yeah, you go to hardpoint domination here. You can have custom game or custom classes for different kinds of game modes, which I guess is nice. I don't really use it. I just use my 5 things because it's Titanfall. There's not a whole lot of weapon variety, let's be honest. And because of that, you only really need 5 classes. You need an R101C carbine. You can use a smart pistol, which I just love using because it's fun to use. We got the compact SMG here, the shotgun, and the car SMG. These are the only 5 weapons you should honestly use in Titanfall. Hell, if you go to your primary weapons, this is every primary weapon in the game. Right here. This is literally it. And the LMG sucks, the sniper rifle sucks, the single shot rifle's pretty bad, the DMR sucks. I mean, the 3-round burst is okay, but it mostly just sucks. I mean, there's mainly 5 guns in this game that are even useful, and you can't customize them in any way. You can go ahead and customize in your Titan loadout here. Let's go. This is the one I made. This is the one I like to use. You can now have a Titan operating system voice, which is kind of cool. So we have Jeeves here.
Warning, a hostile pilot is attached to the hull.
You have Lisa.
Enemy pilot eliminated.
And you have Betty. Let's go back to Jeeves. I'm not sure if you guys got clear sound to Jeeves.
I'll do my best while you're away. AI mode online.
I like Jeeves. So I use him. That's kind of cool. It's one little personalization thing. You can also have a custom Titan insignia based upon the challenges you guys have gotten that shows up on your Titan, but let's be honest, you don't even see it when you're on your Titan, so it doesn't really matter. So you have a bunch of these. That's one of the things they end up adding to the game. They didn't really take out anything. One of the big gripes I kind of have with this game, you see I'm 4th generation, which is kind of like the prestige equivalent in Titanfall if you compare that to Call of Duty. They still have regen requirements, which are a pain in the ass, which I think I've done all of them for this one, so if I were to keep on playing, I'd be able to go on the 5th generation right away and have fun with that. But the regen requirements are really kind of a pain in the ass, because they force you to do things that you normally wouldn't do to be able to have the right to be able to actually go ahead and regenerate yourself, or prestige, you know? Like, you gotta go and get a bunch of kills with the DMR right here. You have to get 50 kills with the DMR. That was a pain in the ass, considering I'm facing people that are only using, like, the R101C carbine rifle and stuff like that. DMR just isn't a very good gun, and it was annoying to get that. Had to get kills with the quad rocket. Quad rocket is terrible. It's one of the worst Titan weapons there is. You know, and that's kind of the big downside I would say to this. Like, we're gonna go back up here to my Titan loadouts here. For the primary weapon for the Titan, the 40mm can's pretty good. The chain gun's my favorite. I love the chain gun. But other than that, I think they're all terrible. There's only 2 good Titan weapons in my opinion. There's only 5 good primary weapons in my opinion. And when you have to do these challenges of these regen requirements that are like, okay, go ahead and use like the quad rocket like I had to use for this past generation. It's like, why have to use this terrible weapon while everyone else is running around with chain gun and 40mm can, like way better weapons, and they're dominating me as a result of that, you know? Or you have to run around. Let's go up in here to pilot loadouts. I have to run around with, let's say, longbow DMR sniper rifle. I have to run around with that while other people have a fully automatic longbow sniper rifle. It's called the R101C, and this thing's really powerful. That's one of the things I really didn't like about the game, because one of the things I do like, I like getting XP. I like leveling up. That's one of my favorite parts about video games. You know, is that kind of grind that you have to go through, and you get all these points. Every single little thing you're doing, you feel as though you're working towards something. You know, and like even something as small as killing bots and grunts and stuff like that when you're playing hardpoint, which doesn't really help you out that much. Even seeing those, I'm like, oh cool, I can kill all 4 of these guys, get a little bit of XP, that's helped me out towards my rank. I like that, but I don't enjoy it as much because we have to go wrong spot. We have to go and do these things for my regen requirements. So I'm like, oh, even if I do get up to level 50 and I do get all my XP, I still have to run around to get auto pistol kills, and stuff like that. I'm just not a fan of regen requirements, to be perfectly honest, and it's just one of those things I really don't like. And actually, I don't think I've actually gotten... I apparently need to get 9 more with the charge rifle here. Critical hits with the charge rifle. Not just kills, but we have to get critical hits with the charge rifle to be able to go ahead and regen in the 5th gen. It's one of those things that really kind of turned me off the game. Really, really did. Aside from that, I don't think they've actually changed around a whole lot. Actually, let's go up here to play Titanfall. There are a bunch of different game modes and stuff like that you can play, which requires you to have map packs. Like if I wanted to go play Expeditions Variety Pack, I of course have to have the Expedition Variety Pack. I'm sitting here. Let's try again. Can't barely speak today. Expedition Variety Pack. We have stuff like this down here. It's Frontier's Edge. Of course, you're going to need Map Pack 2 for that and a bunch of stuff. So mainly, you still have the same kind of stuff. You got this new Wingman thing, which is, it sounds okay, but it's Last Titan Standing with 2 players on each team. It's kind of like the arena, and it's like, it doesn't really seem that great. It's a featured game modes for limited time only. I'm sad to see that nowhere on here it actually shows us, it'll like let us know exactly how many people are actually playing this game. I think that would be pretty interesting if it were to go ahead and let us do that, so we can kind of get an idea of how many people are actually playing this game. I'd be interested to know how many people are actually playing Titanfall now, because a lot of people going in to the lead up in the initial hype that we had for Titanfall, it's like, oh, it's gonna be the COD killer. It's such an amazing game. I remember for Dear Nero, so many weeks, people were just always sending me messages saying, Nero, what's your opinion on Titanfall? Have you heard about this thing about Titanfall? It's gonna be cool. Titanfall. It's gonna be the COD killer. A lot of people kept telling me, Nero, it's gonna be the COD killer. You don't understand. It's gonna be the greatest game ever. And it's like, well, look what we have here. I mean, barely anybody plays it. I mean, I don't think there's anyone on YouTube that plays it anymore. A lot of people from the Call of Duty community, they transitioned over to Titanfall for a little bit, but after a few weeks or so, we all just kind of stopped posting videos on it. We're like, well, yeah, I mean, there's 9 guns, there's 3 Titans, and there's like 10 maps. I mean, we've shown you everything there is to really show throughout the game. There's nothing really special anymore about this game, and that's really kind of a bad thing. I'm really disappointed by it because the reason people were so hyped about the game was because it was being made by Respawn Entertainment, which Respawn Entertainment is a new thing. They never really made anything together as a studio, but most of the people at Respawn Entertainment were the people that headed Infinity Ward. They were the people that made all the old Infinity Ward Call of Duties, including Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2. And we had high hopes for that, because a lot of people are disappointed with the new Infinity Ward. They don't like Modern Warfare 3 and Ghosts as much, but they loved COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2. So they're like, okay, the same team that made those great games is going to go make this new game, Titanfall. And it was a fun game for a little bit, but it's just, there's not a lot to it. I'm a week into the game. It was actually kind of funny. Vince Zampella, who I think heads Respawn Entertainment, he actually said that they kind of hinted towards a Titanfall 2, and that a Titanfall 2 would be available on all platforms, including PlayStation, which would be pretty nice. But it's funny that a week into the game coming out, they're already hinting at a brand new Titanfall game when the new one is like barely a week old, because after a week everyone's like, okay, so we gonna get some more guns here? What's going on? Because there's 9 guns and only 5 of them are useful. You know, there's only 3 Titans, and I kind of understand the entire Titan situation because the Titans all do their own thing. The Ogre Titan is slow, but he's also very, very bulky. He has a lot of health. The Atlas Titan is kind of like he's kind of fast, but he's kind of bulky, but he's not really exceptional in either one. Then you have the Strider Titan, which has really no bulk at all, but moves around very, very fast. They all kind of have like their own little roles to fill, but there's really no variety in the Titans whatsoever. I mean, some things I would suggest that Titanfall were to do. One, they need to add more weapons. They totally need to add a lot more weapons. I mean, having 3 rifles and only one of them be good is bad. Having 2 submachine guns total, and that's it. I mean, they're both good, but I mean, there's only 2 submachine guns in total. You look at the fact that the sniper rifles aren't very useful at all. I mean, there's only one of them can actually get you a one-shot kill, and it's a very hard weapon to use, while the other one is basically a semi-automatic rifle. So they definitely need to add a lot more weapons. They need to add some more personalization to the game. It's weird because Respawn Entertainment is the people that made Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty 4. They know this is the reason people liked Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty 4 was the customization that you had within the game. A big part of it was the kill streaks, and a big part of it was the maps, which I think Titanfall has good maps, but it's like there needs to be more customization to the game. We need to be able to put, you know, instead of putting these emblems on our Titan where we can't even see them, how about we put these emblems on our guns? How about we maybe be able to make our own emblems? Maybe we earn emblems via challenges like you have for the Titan insignias, but be able to put that on your weapon. That would be a lot better. Maybe if we were to actually have custom camos for our weapons and do different challenges to get those kind of custom camos, that would be a lot more fun. Maybe just taking out the entire idea of regen requirements, I think, would turn a lot more people back onto the game, because you're not going to enjoy the game as much if you're like me and you're just like, oh, I guess I'm just going to sit here at 4th generation. No longer am I gaining XP. No longer am I doing anything. If I want to continue to gain XP and continue to level up, which is one of the things I really enjoy most, I really like that progression-based system in video games. If I want to be able to enjoy that, I have to go ahead and use a bunch of crappy weapons and a bunch of stuff that I just don't want to use and I don't have fun using. It really takes away from the experience overall. So get rid of that, add just more customization to the game, add more guns to the game, and honestly, Titanfall could be a great game. I have high hopes for Titanfall 2, assuming it will come out with that, because if they were to add all the things I just listed and get rid of the regen requirements, add some personalization, actually have a pretty good variety of weapons, that could be pretty cool. I mean, there's no campaign, there's no story. It's a multiplayer-only game. There is a bit of a story which you can experience by playing quote-unquote campaign missions, which are just multiplayer matches with people talking to you in your ear. If there's no story and the game is multiplayer only, you would think that they would have a lot more multiplayer-based things into the game, but it's a multiplayer-only game, a full-fledged $60 game when it came out. I'm not sure what it costs now, but it was a full-fledged, full-priced $60 game that did not feature campaign. It was multiplayer only, and it is one of the most limited multiplayers that we've seen in a video game in a very, very long time. That is what spelled the doom for Titanfall, and man, it's a shame. It's a real shame. It was a really cool game, and I played for about an hour today. I got some really cool games. I had a lot of fun. One of them was such a freaking amazing comeback. Oh my goodness. But you'll probably see that comeback on next week's episode of Dear Nero, because if I have a bunch of Titanfall gameplay like I do, I just like to take stuff like that and just put it all together in Dear Nero, and you guys can watch the gameplays there. So next week's Dear Nero will probably feature a bunch of different Titanfall gameplays. But yeah, I did have fun playing today. I didn't lose a single match. That was definitely a cool thing. And you know, my stats in Titanfall, like, Titanfall is one of those games where I'm damn good at it. Like, let's go back here and let's look at my personal stats. I guess we'll go into overview. My most kills and my most use is the chain gun, because that's my favorite weapon on the Titan. I definitely love it the most. But you look at it, man, I played 271 games, and I've won 246 of those 271 games. And this is playing with me, but playing solo, playing with friends. But mostly, I just play with subscribers. Like today, I hopped on, played for about an hour or so with one subscriber, because he's the only person that messaged me. And we went and played, and we won every single match, including an awesome comeback. You know, out of the 271 games we played, I was in the top 3 just about 200 of those times. You know, I'm good at Titanfall. It's a fun game. It's not like I do bad when I play Titanfall. I had 2.3 KD against players, 6.2 KD lifetime against players and bots, which I don't think people really care about the lifetime average one. It's more or less the one that's actually against players that really matters. But like a 2.3 KD, usually finishing in the top 3, winning 91% of my matches. You know, I'm good at Titanfall. I do good. It's not like I'm frustrated with the game. I'm not having fun with it because it's tough to do or anything. It's just like, it's just not fun. There's no fun factor in this game for me. me. So I don't know, that's a real shame. I think maybe if I were to play with more friends, play with more subscribers, have like more full parties than trying to play solo, I would probably enjoy the game more. But any game though is fun if you're playing with a big group of friends, right? Any game can be fun if you have a whole party of your friends together and you guys are all going and playing. I mean, that doesn't really speak to a game if it's fun to play with friends. What really can speak to a game's character is it fun if you're playing it by yourself? And unfortunately, Titanfall does not have that for me. So I figured I would revisit Titanfall today. That's what I did, and I wanted to make a video about it. And here's that video. Kind of talking to you guys a little bit about Titanfall. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about the game? Are you guys enjoying it still? Or are there any of you out there that still actually play Titanfall? Because I see people all the time saying, oh, COD Ghost is so awful. I hate COD Ghost. I'm bored of Black Ops 2. I'm bored of Call of Duty. Do you guys actually play Titanfall? Does anyone out there still play Titanfall? Let me know about that. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.